Hello everyone, Mike here with the Blue Vintage, and I've got a quick little video for you today. Basically what I wanted to talk about is the All-American 5 radio. Now what they did was they removed the transformer, the main isolating transformer that you normally see with with such a radio, and in doing so they saved a lot of money in production. This allowed people to put a radio in every household essentially. Now unfortunately what this comes down to is that the radio now has the main AC supply line on the chassis. Now that means that that if you're working inside the radio, you need to be very careful because these things can and do kill people. These radios come from a time where safety was the user's responsibility and not the manufacturer's responsibility. So please keep that in mind. But what I wanted to actually show you is this, and give me a second while I get this brought up for you. I've got this big metal chassis here. This is from a GE radio. It's from this guy here, a 5M06. Oh, actually that's a Zenith. I'm sorry, it's a Zenith 5M06. And as you can see, it's an All-American 5 radio. There are 5 tubes. You've got your primary rectifier, your only rectifier here. And then the rectifier then daisy chains into the heater current for each subsequential tube before going off to ground. The other thing that I want you to notice is that there's no isolating transformer over here. So that this big metal chassis is live. That is a hot chassis. If you plug it in, it's at AC current automatically. So when you go to rewire these and you go to replace the capacitors, like this big multi-section that's over here, that's this set of connections right here. This was a multi-section capacitor. Notice this guy here is soldered. He's soldered to the board for a reason. This is the supply. This is how the chassis gets its power supply to drive every other device. Now what I did, and here's my goof, I've got these capacitors. These guys right back in here. I've got 2 capacitors that are chained together, but they're not tied to the main chassis. So when you turn the radio on, it just buzzes loudly and none of the tubes light up, nothing works. The clock spins, but that's a completely independent circuit. So I've got my soldering iron set up and I'm going to fix that up for you. You can expect to see this radio at our Fleology show that's coming up on Saturday actually. So check out this radio and more.